Hi, my name's Wayne Werner and we're at the Foredom Electric Company in Bethel, Connecticut, and I'm going to talk about some of my favorite tools. One thing that everybody likes is a tool that makes their day go a little bit faster and their job a little bit easier. And a few years ago, Mike Zagowski from Foredom asked me to show up at a trade show and discuss with people which motor, which tool might be the right one for their specific job. So today we're going to look at these three different motors options that we have. I'm really flattered to do this for you. I hope we have a little bit of fun. And I'd like to tell you that I've been making jewelry for about 20 years. I also do light metal work and I restore motorcycles as well. So I do use all these motors in my own shop. The SR motor really is like the right hand to most craftsmen in America. This is a great general purpose motor. And really the difference between the SR motors and these other two that I have here today, the LX and the TX, are the fact that these have a lot more torque. These are permanent magnet motor, and from the get-go they have a lot more torque than the SR. So let's just talk about the fact that these SR motors, again, are the most popular ones. Whenever you're setting up your motor, make sure that your flex shaft is not in a pigtail shape. Make sure that it's a nice gradual arc. So when you're down here working at your bench, you don't have something that's going to encumber this motor and keep it from running smoothly. That's really important. And you'll see that where I have mine set up is, I guess, about 2 foot from my workspace here. A lot of people want it as far away as they can get it, but it's not going to be good for the job because you're going to end up stretching out your flex shaft and things like that. So just remember, don't have it in a pigtail. It's got to be a gradual arc. If you're looking for a motor as a second flex shaft motor for your bench, this LX is a perfect complement to the SR. They're really different animals in that this is not as fast a motor as this. Keep in mind the SR goes 18,000 RPMs. This LX goes about 5,000 RPMs. If you're finding that you're using things like hammer hand pieces on these SR motors and the hand pieces are burning up, it's probably because this motor, this hand piece was only designed to go 5,000 RPMs, and this will go 18,000 RPM. So it's a matter of tool control. That's why I love this LX. I'm going to show you, we're going to do a few close-ups of this, how much control I can get with this motor. This is what I love about the LX motor. Look how slow I can go with this. It gives me a lot of torque at a very low speed. This is very empowering as far as I'm concerned. So again, if you're looking for another motor for your bench, the LX is a great complement to the SR. It's not really designed to do polishing at high speeds, but it is designed to do other things at very low speeds, and it does them very well. The other thing that I'd like to show you with the LX while we're on the subject is the fact that it goes hand in glove with the hammer hand pieces that Foredom has available. These are all quick disconnects, so it only takes a second to change my handpiece. And I'd like to show you that this anvil point here can also go low and slow with all the control and power that people who are doing fine work are looking for. Look how low and slow I'm going with this anvil point. That's amazing. So again, I want to reiterate that if you have used an SR motor in the past with a hammer handpiece and you're finding that you don't have the control that you're looking for, or that you're simply burning out the cams in these handpieces and having them replaced every year or two, this is a good opportunity to really consider this LX. It only goes 5,000 RPMs, which is the maximum speed that these hammer handpieces are really meant to go as far as speed is concerned. So again, it gives you the control. It will help you in the long run by not spending money on having these hand pieces rebuilt. Let's move over to the TX real quick and talk about this. As far as I'm concerned, this is the big dog in the yard. This thing has twice the horsepower that this SR motor has. This is 1/3 of a horsepower. It goes 15,000 RPMs. In my book, this is definitely designed for light industrial applications, maybe wood carving, stone carving. I use these on 1960s Triumph motorcycle heads with a radial bristle brush to go over the heads to make it look like it's been sandblasted. These motors, these TX motors, are super powerful, okay? And they're great for doing things like grinding. anything where you're looking for high torque at both low speed and high speed. But keep in mind, a more powerful motor is not necessarily a better motor for a jeweler or for somebody who's doing real small work. That's why it goes back to this. Choose the motor that matches the application that you're looking to do every day. To review this, the SR motors are good general all-purpose motors. They're going they're going 18,000 RPMs with a 1/6 of a horsepower. The LX is a great low speed, high torque motor for applications that require a little bit more control. And then these TX motors are great for real industrial grinding, high torque applications, whether at high speed or low speed. Throughout this video series, we're going to discuss other attachments that you can get, other hand pieces that you can get that might make your job a little bit easier and your day go a little bit better.